name is Erica Moyer.
And I'm Gabby Sian. And this week we followed the three committees: Security, Environment, and Refugees.
And now to our friend Ashley, who will be talking about the Environment Committee.
Hi all, I'm part of the Environmental Committee. In our committee this session, a coalition was formed between Russia, Saudi Arabia, and China. Brazil, however, was not part of this coalition. Another thing that happened in our committee this time was that the U.S. Made a proposal that 20% of its emissions will be cut by the year 2050, and this proposal passed. China, however, disagreed with this proposal, stating that it did not agree with the Charter of the United Nations.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriela Siam and I'm here with Al Jazeera, and I'm standing with a Russian Federation delegate, and he is here to explain to us about the coalition that they just made.
As the Russian Federation, we have just formed a coalition with China, Brazil, and Saudi Arabia as of now, and we are trying to push our interests, our economic interests, because we're developing economies, we're booming economies, and we want our oil.
Good afternoon from Day 2 of the Refugee Crisis Committee. Day 2 started off with the United States proposing a resolution. However, Japan soon overshadowed the United States resolution with one of their own. The United Kingdom and Australia were also sponsors of the resolution. One of the main points of this resolution was the creation of an international refugee fund. After the passage of the resolution, Japan made known that they would favor permanent solutions as their resolution focused on the short term. South Africa was concerned about part of the resolution's mandated presence of media in countries which accepted aid from the resolution. South Africa made an official amendment putting forth their idea. However, the proposed amendment was voted down. Also, during the committee, a cholera outbreak occurred in refugee camps in both China and the Philippines. Brazil, Nigeria, and Germany decided to reject some or all refugees because of the cholera outbreaks. China made known that it is shutting down its borders for the next few days because of the cholera outbreak. Joseph Archer reporting from Day 2 of the Refugee Crisis.
Good afternoon, I'm Joseph Archer reporting for Al Jazeera from Washington, D.C. on Day 2 of the Refugee Conference. I'm here with the delegate from Japan. Congratulations very much on the passage of your resolution. Do you have any comments on maybe some of the key parts of the resolution that you feel like will improve the refugee crisis?
Well, we've included many clauses about aid to countries that had not been able to deal with this refugee influx, particularly from more developed countries like the US, the UK, Australia, and Japan. All these countries have already said that they're willing to donate a lot of aid in the form of loans or straight aid so that this crisis can be fixed in any way possible and as soon as possible. We've also included some new terms. The refugee before this crisis was only said to be someone who was displaced by a man-made disaster, political oppression, or religious tension, something along those lines. We've included a new clause that expands the term of refugee to the idea of anyone who's been displaced, period, by either man-made or natural disasters. So in this way, we believe that we're addressing both the short term and the long term.
Jeff Hahn reporting to you live from the United Nations Security Council. Unfortunately, the media has been barred from the proceedings, but we were able to catch some of the delegates outside the chamber.
Hello, this is Clarence Phillip. I'm here with a member of the Japanese delegation, Mr. Konstantin Mitimoto Post. Sir, what do you have to say?
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for your time. But I am upset. My delegation upset. My nation is upset because today our voices were silenced. Silenced by the UN Secretary General. Why? We don't know why, but it was silence. The Russian delegation asked us a question, a valid question, one that needed to be answered, one that would add value to this dialogue, but we were silenced. This is unacceptable and we will not tolerate this. If this continues, the Japanese delegation will make stronger remarks that condemn the actions of the UN Secretary General.
The UN Secretary General is a totalitarian dictator in their own right. They have silenced the press and even our freedom of speech. By me speaking out against them, they have threatened to expel any member who has done so. They have become a czarist infidel schmuck.
Well, Eagles, this is all the news we have for you today. So for me, Gabby,
And me, Erica.
and everyone else here at Al Jazeera News Team, have a great day.
And remember, we're better than the BBC.
Africa, Samina, mina, waka, waka, Samina, mina, sakadewa. This time for Africa.